Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And today we're going to be talking about Bank of America. What do I think about Bank of America, and should you invest in Bank of America? Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and leave your opinion down in the comment section below. I always love to know what people think about the stocks that I'm talking about. With that being said, guys, let's get started with the video. So let's talk about Bank of America. So if you guys don't know, Bank of America is one of the biggest banks in the United States of America. It's been around for a long time, and it holds a spot for, I believe, the number 2 or 3 bank for the longest time. And me personally, I think Bank of America is an absolute stellar buy right now. And there's a couple of reasons for that. But first, we're going to take a look at the 1-year chart. Obviously, this stock was trading around $34 to around $35 right before the pandemic hit. Right now, it's currently trading at $25.08. Obviously, it took a hit because of the pandemic. There isn't really much you can do there. I know a lot of stocks have taken a hit because of the pandemic, and they haven't really recovered yet. But the reason why I think Bank of America is one of the better buys compared to all the other banks is, one, Bank of America has a good reputation for itself, and the stock has a lot more room to grow in the long-term future. 2, if you guys haven't been checking the news lately, Warren Buffett actually has a huge stake in Bank of America. He sold his positions out of all the other banks just to pick up Bank of America, and he has a pretty big stake in it. As you guys know about Warren Buffett, he looks for the future. He's a long-term investor, so I'm pretty sure he sees some good futuristic things coming from Bank of America. And on top of that, Bank of America also does pay some pretty good dividends. It's got a dividend yield of 2.82, which is pretty good. I mean, overall, I think Bank of America is a stellar buy. Now, me, right now, I'm currently holding 40 shares of Bank of America. I plan to pick up more when I get the chance. And the reason why I'm actually really bullish on Bank of America, aside from me having Bank of America for a very long time, is because it's the most underrated bank. Like I said, Bank of America isn't in the news a lot, aside when, people make a big investment in it or Bank of America does something. I think it's one of the more underrated banks, especially when it comes to the stock market itself. But like I said, a lot of people are starting to pick up Bank of America. On top of good dividend yield, on top of Warren Buffett putting a huge stake, they actually are starting to invest more money into other companies. They have a very bullish, optimistic kind of view of the market right now. I think right now is actually a very good time to pick up Bank of America. It's pretty cheap, $25.08. And like I said, you may not make as much money on Bank of America in the long term just because, the stock does have a 52-week high of $35.72. So if it does recover back to its all-time highs, you're looking at a $10 gain per share. But like I said, most of the reason I picked up Bank of America is, one, for the long-term view of Bank of America. I feel like Bank of America is going to do some great things in the future. 2, Warren Buffett has a huge stake of Bank of America, which does make the stock a lot more appetizing, especially to the retail investor side. And 3, on top of all that, the stock is overall generally does well, and Bank of America has a very good reputation for itself. I honestly think, my opinion, but I think Bank of America is actually a very stellar buy right now. I actually am going to be picking up more shares of Bank of America tomorrow. And I'm going to be doing a portfolio update for you guys as well, so you guys can check out what I've been buying and what I've been selling. But like I said, guys, Bank of America, like I said, it's a stellar stock, and I feel like it is underrated and stuff like that just because it doesn't get as much talk in the news as other stocks do. Most of the time you hear about Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and Chase, which are huge banks in the United States, but you guys have to understand that Bank of America has a good reputation. It's been around for a long time, and it has a lot of companies backing it up as well, and they pay really good dividends. Like I said, if you're looking at the long-term investing side, you always want a company that pays very good dividends just because they do reward you for holding shares of the stock itself. So yes, I do rate Bank of America a good buy. I personally recommend picking up, as many shares as you guys can. Obviously, do not sink your whole life savings into one stock. Always diversify your portfolio. But this is actually the only bank stock I actually own. I'm actually very bullish on Bank of America. So that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Thank you guys for clicking on today's video. Please leave a like on the video below and subscribe to the channel.